Hello everybody! How are y'all doing? Welcome back to my Final Fantasy VIII Remastered request live stream. So, first and foremost, I'd like to thank you all for continuing to support me these past weeks, past few days, and unfortunately, how should I say this? So unfortunately, the restream in general, the replay requests in general, will end today. So we only have about 2 parts left. I'm gonna do a double stream, so this is the first one. So let's get it on to it. So by the way, if you like my content, hit that like and subscribe button. What do you want, Yuki? Sit, come on. I'm enjoying some chips along the way. Can't go wrong with some delicious chips on a Saturday evening. Let's make sure my stuff's ready, because one time I forgot to deactivate something. It messes up. Okay, we're all set. Now, so last time I did a lot of side quests. We rescued Rinoa, obtained GFs, did the Queen of Cards side quest, and I AFK'd for about an hour and a half, I think, while preparing some meals for the family. And I got a Mog's amulet from Angelo's search. This right here. Oops, wrong item. So this is a very rare item from Chocobo World and Angelo's search. So in the remastered, you can only obtain them through Angelo's search now, albeit very low chances. So this teaches you the Minimog ability, which allows you to summon the Minimog using the Moogle dance to restore and revive GF's HP, revive GFs in general. So this makes it a really good ability to use. Ah, this stuff's so good. So we'll prepare our final setups in a bit. All right. Now we gotta go back to we gotta go to Edea's house at this point. Because this is where the story continues. So while we're on that, let us also explore what happened to Yep, and the crew. So they're located right here. So this is where the escape pod landed. So they're right here. Shucks, I lost my job. What should we do from now on? So This is the place where the player can play cards again, triple try repeat, giving you a second chance in obtaining the Alexander card and any rare card that you've lost during the lunar base mission. Okay, let's go to Edea's house. Doggy. No one can draw. Okay, so Edea is back at her home, no longer a sorceress. Rinoa has received Edea's powers. Edea was unaware when it happened, but she feels very bad about it. But of course, it is Rinoa who will bear the burden. Still. So, you are Rinoa. Forgive me, I have changed your life drastically. I don't think it could have been helped. I don't blame you for what happened. So instead, please advise me. I'll be looking up to you as a wiser, experienced sorceress. Thank you, Rinoa. Once you get used to the sorcerer's powers, they will not bother you as much. Therefore, please give Rinoa your understanding until her time comes. There's the doggy. This place is beautiful. Yeah, the flower field. Forgot all about this place. Rinoa forces herself into your world, no matter how many walls you put around yourself, Squall. I knew I couldn't compete with her. The only issue was whether you would make a place for her. And you did, pretty quickly. Who knows? You changed, Squall. It's like Rinoa's the only one in your mind. Good thing this wasn't before the exam. I'll leave you two alone now. What'll become of me? Don't worry about it. There have been many good sorceresses. Edea was one. You can be like her. But Edea still... I can't guarantee anything either, if Ultimecia possesses me again. You saw me. She controlled me in outer space and made me break Adel's seal. What might happen next time? What will I end up doing? Will I end up fighting everyone? A scary thought, isn't it? Rinoa. Even if you end up as the world's enemy, I'll be your knight. If I fall under Ultimecia's control again, Seed will come kill me, right? And the leader of Seed is you, Squall. Squall's sword will pierce my heart. I guess it's okay if it's you, Squall, and nobody else. Squall, if that ever happens, that's enough. I'll never do anything like that. The sorceress I'm after is not you, Rinoa. My enemy is the sorceress from the future, Ultimecia. Ultimecia lives in the future and possesses me. She uses my body as an extension in this world. How? How will you save me? I'll come up with something. There's gotta be a way. Don't worry. Trust me. I trust you. Well, until you find a way, maybe I should stay in Estar at that memorial. Wouldn't that be better? No, that'd be pointless. I'll just end up going after you again. Rinoa, just stay close to me. Oh, those words! What? That's what started everything. What are you talking about? You don't remember? Something I said? Oh, just forget it. No, it's because of the GF. That's why I forgot. That's just an excuse. Feeling better? Yeah. Can I tell you a story? I had a dream. It was a scary dream. We make a promise. We promised to see shooting stars together. I get dressed up and put on your ring. But the thing is, I can't remember where I'm supposed to meet you. I started to panic. I really wanted to see you, Squall, but I don't know where to go. I started running through the mountains, the deserts, the plains, through Timber, Balamb, and Galbadia. And when I realized I can't run any longer, I just want to see you so badly. So I screamed, "Squall, where are you?" Then I woke up. I was crying. I'm sorry. You don't have to say anything. I just felt like I had to tell you. It was just a dream. Doesn't mean anything. Don't worry about it. I guess you're right. How about this? I'll be here. Why? The reason why you couldn't find me was because we haven't promised yet. Promised? I'll be waiting for you. If you come here, you'll find me. I promise. I'll be here too. It's a promise. Thanks, Squall. Next time, we'll meet for sure. Whoa! Sorry to interrupt, but it's an emergency. We got radio contact from Estar's presidential palace. They have a plan to defeat Ultimecia. They want to hire C to execute it. Might be a trap to get Rinoa back in Estar. Oh, and the guy we spoke to, his name's Kiros. Could he be that Kiros? Kiros is in Estar's presidential palace. He wants to hire us. Alright, let's go. Squall, you were always looking for Eloni with tears in your eyes. Squall, there is something I must tell you. It is about me. Yes, I believe it was 13 years ago. This is when my story begins. I first became a sorceress when I was a child, and once again, 13 years ago, that day, right here, I encountered a sorceress on the verge of death. I received her powers of my own will. sorceress was an entity of fear for my children. I could not let her get to them, but this turns out to be the beginning of my painful story. At this very minute, my bitter story has ended. I now understand there is an end, no matter how painful it may be. Therefore, Squall, you must fight to the end, even though it may bring tragedy to others. Now go, Squall. Once you've come to a decision, follow through it and give it your all, so you have no regrets. However, if you're undecided and unsure, stay that way and follow through with your indecision. Being caught in the middle is the worst. Rinoa, let me advise you a way to clear your anxiety about being a sorceress. It is to find yourself a knight. A knight who will always be there by your side to protect you. Since long past, almost all sorceresses have been hand in hand with a knight. Sorcerers without a knight in many cases ended up using their powers in new ways. I have heard Sorceress Edea did not have a knight. More than likely, Sorceress Ultimisha from the future does not have one either. Do you have a knight? Yes, I do. He is with me now, and he's doing his best to protect me. A knight will present you with peace of mind. He will protect your spirit. So, Rinoa, you must find yourself a knight. What is it? I've found an apprentice knight! Apprentice knight. You are both a seed and a knight to the sorceress. It may be difficult, but there is a way. Okay, I guess I'm gonna switch to parties because I like the next scene that's gonna happen, so I'm gonna have to unjunction you guys for the meantime. I'll put these three on because they give the really good scene. Actually, yeah. You have permission. Please, this way. The President is waiting. Oh, Dan ignored us. Here it is. Ward. Kiros. And that's probably... What is up with this country? Oh, sure. Hey there! I've been wanting to meet you guys. You guys are the ones who are inside my head, right? Aloni told me. It was like there was some kind of waves running through my head. They gave us so much power during battle. We thought there were some kind of fairies flying over us. So, I'm Laguna, President Laguna of Estar. meet you. If we weren't on a state of emergency, I'd talk to you some more, but, well, whatever, let's talk. What do you want to know? You'll never get going if President Laguna keeps talking. So why don't you guys throw out some questions, and he'll try to answer them. I feel like I'm in a dream. And talking to Selfie, it's the real Sir Laguna. He says to relax here, Isle. You're already here. Why not listen to the mission briefing? Okay, so Laguna possesses the final triple try card. Squalls. We'll play him first. Actually, I'll play this. He played it. And we got every card in the deck. As the yellow star indicates that we have completed, we have collected every card in the game. Okay, let's proceed to the story. Man, you look way too serious. Whatever. Whatever. Okay, so let's have a little lore with what's happening with Laguna. So, where's Aloni? What the heck has he done with his life? Don't you wonder? When Aloni was about 2, there was a massive hunt for girls in Estar. Estar's soldiers came to Windhill and Ellie's parents resisted. They were killed on the spot. That massive hunt was to find a successor for Estar's ruler, Sorceress Edea. Aloni was raised by Rain, who lived next door, and they came to know her. Then there was another massive hunt for a successor in Estar again. Ellie was taken away, even though I was there. It's the most painful episode of my life. So, I rescued her and sent her off to Windmill. Shortly after that, Rain died, and Aloni was sent straight to an orphanage. Why didn't you go back to Windhill with her? I wanted to, but I had my reasons. I found out about this afterward, but the reason why Aloni had to leave the orphanage was because of her special power. Doc Odan wanted to do research on Aloni's special power. He looked for her everywhere. The owners of the orphanage were Sid Kramer and his wife Edea. You know them better than I do. The Kramers took Ellie out of the orphanage to protect her. They prepared a big ship to accommodate her. Gracious of them, huh? After a while, the ship turned into another orphanage and Ellie looked after all the kids. She said her life on the ship was a happy one, but who knows? I don't know how she could have been happy on a ship. She was on the ship for over 10 years. That ship was attacked by Galbaja recently, and Estar's ship rescued him, and she finally met up with me. It was pure luck that we found her. I was out in space at that time. Aloni followed me out to space. Little Ellie was all grown up. Then she told me everything. Did you get back to safely from space? Our escape pod rescue team was a little late. Aloni was taken into custody by Galbadia. She's inside Lunatic Pandora. We're gonna rescue her. Help us out, okay? Phew. Rain story? Some other time, maybe. No, I can't. It's too much for me to remember. Ellie wanted to tell me not to leave Windhill, no matter what happened, by sending you inside my head. That way I could have stayed beside Rain in her deathbed. Told her when she called my name. Now, the big part. What happened after Laguna rescued Aloni? So this is going to be a long one. What are you doing here? You know what I've been doing all my life, right? You were a silly Galbajan soldier. I didn't like your attitude at all. But I understood the bond between the three of you. Then you changed after you went to Windhill. Then Aloni was abducted by Estar and you went on a journey. A journey to get Aloni back. You wrote articles and appeared in movies to get by. You were trying to find a way to Estar. You somehow got into Estar and rescued Aloni. I got a lot of help along the way. What I don't understand is, why are you the president? Wanna know? It's a long story. You wanna hear it? Really? Okay, I'll tell you. I only set out to rescue Aloni, but of course, that wasn't the end of the story. It's a country ruled by Sorceress Adel with an ingenious yet inhumane Odine. Both of them were interested in Aloni. We couldn't just pack up and leave. Adel will be angry. My research may be kaput. Odine only thought about his research. But while researching under Adel's orders, he was still making many inventions. It was a magic device. It was a device to seal magic, a sealing facility. Maybe Adel can be defeated. I owed a big favor to the Adel resistance who helped me rescue Aloni. I spoke with my comrades. Two issues came up. First, stopping the crystal pillar from calling monsters from the moon and destroying everything like what happened in Centra. Second, freeing Estar from Adel's hands. Planned. Based on my brilliant ideas, of course. We're back in the Lunatic Pandora research facility. there is only one goal. Following Odine's instructions, we operated the panel and moved the crystal pillar. We set the course and the stop point in the ocean, and goodbye. Whoa! That was easy, but we were found out. So we gathered for a final battle to lure Edea. Edea appeared, as we expected. What is going on? We hunted down the culprit who moved the crystal pillar. Where? Inside there. Elone's been taken hostage. I knew she would go in right away if I mentioned Elone. You thought I would fall for that trick? Edea realized that Elone was a hologram, but it was too late. Yeah, of course. My plans are always perfect! Chaos Ward, now! Piece of cake! Edea was careless. She may be a sorceress, but after all, she was human. We succeeded, but we couldn't keep such a dangerous sorceress around as a trophy. We had to do something. So, we decided to send her far, far away. Someplace very far into outer space. About wraps that part up, but the real work began after that. A fierce debate ensued about who should govern this country after Edea was gone. I wasn't paying close attention while they made me up to be the hero of the revolution, and I ended up being president. Odai made a lot of noise about wanting to do research on Elone. It was a mistake to send Elone back to Rain. Rain died, and Ellie was sent to the orphanage. If I had only gone to Windhill Deli, I would have been able to see Rain one last time. Rain was dead, Elone missing, my job kept me busy. I was left here thinking about this and that, and before I knew it, all this time had passed. Well, that's about it. Hey, what's the fun in talking about the past? Let's talk about the future. I mean, to begin with, about protecting this world. Now the main event. Let's explain the mission to defeat Ultimation. Straight to the heart of the matter, just like a workaholic seed. Is it my turn? Yeah, make it short and easy to understand. I will talk however I want. Sources Edea told me everything. Sorceress Ultimation comes from the future to possess sorceress of present day, meaning she leaves her body in the future and sends only her consciousness here. Does that sound familiar to you? It's like when Elone sent her consciousness back to the past. You're a smart one! My first guess was that someone in the future with an ability like Eloni was sending the sorceress back here in our time. But no, that is not the answer. So how does the sorceress come back to this time? You want to hear how? I kept it a secret to surprise you. It is because of me, Odin. I researched Eloni's power long ago. I made out a pattern from the electric current running through Eloni's brain. Once the pattern is determined, it was easy to mechanize. It may be only a toy right now, but in the time of Ultimecia, it is an impressive working machine. Which means there is a machine that imitates Eloni's power. It is I who made the first model of that machine. I named the machine Junction Machine Eloni. It is a wonderful thing that none of my inventions used in the future. Junction Machine Eloni. And that's about it. The Sorcerer's Ultimecia came to know about Eloni from that machine. And Ellie becomes Ultimecia's target. You can't blame Odine. It's useless. You want to go outside? You want to fisticuffs? Okay, we continue the story. Let's see. There's only one way to defeat Ultimecia. You must kill her in the future. There's nothing we can do unless we can go to the future. There is no way to jump to the future under normal circumstances. But there's still a way. It's because Sorcerer's Ultimecia plans to compress time. Compressing time with magic? What could we do for the sorceress to compress time? There may be many reasons, but it doesn't matter. Let's just figure out what Ultimecia is up to. In order for Ultimecia to exist in this time, she must take over the body of the sorceress from the present. But the machine must have a limit. Ultimecia probably needs to go back further in time to achieve time compression. Only Eloni can take her back further into the past. That is why she is desperately seeking her. We must take advantage of Eloni's power. There are two sorceresses in our time, Sorceress Rinoa and Sorceress Edea. One of the two, Edea has not awakened yet. Once her generation is completed, neither Laguna nor I will be safe. Sorceress Edea is probably in the process of awakening inside lunatic Pandora. Ultimecia will want to possess Edea if Edea wakes up. That would be a horrible event. Edea is a horrible sorceress. If Edea's consciousness wins over Ultimecia, Edea will first destroy this era. So we must use Sorceress Rinoa to inherit Ultimecia's powers. That is all for the mission briefing. First, go to lunatic Pandora. Eloni is probably being held captive inside, so rescue her first. Then, kill Sorceress Edea before the awakening process is completed. Now, we left with Rinoa as the only sorceress of this era. Then wait for Ultimecia to possess Rinoa. When Ultimecia arrives, it's Eloni's turn. Eloni will send Rinoa back into the past with Ultimecia. Eloni will have to send Rinoa and Ultimecia inside another sorcery she knows in the past. Edea or Edea, that is up to Eloni. Once Ultimecia is in the past, she'll use the time compression magic. We will see some influence there. I don't know what kind of influence, but once Eloni feels it, she'll cut Rinoa and Ultimecia off from the past. Rinoa will come back to this world. Ultimecia also goes her back into her own world. What will be left is a time-compressed world. Past, present, and future will all get mixed together. You will keep moving through the time compression towards the future. Once you're out of the time compression, that will be Ultimecia's world. It's all up to you after that. What? You wanna try it on? Wow, my voice hurts so much. That was so crazy. So you were briefed about the mission. I don't really understand it either. You do it? I don't understand the mission completely either, but it seems like the only option. 1. Rescue Eloni. 2. Stop Sorceress Ada's awakening. 3. Wait for Ultimesha to possess Rinoa. 4. Eloni sends Rinoa and Ultimesha to the past. 5. Time compression begins. 6. Get Rinoa back to this world. 7. Go toward the future in compressed time. 8. Defeat Ultimesha. 9. Victory is ours. That's it. Will you do it? Alright! Let's go. We'll get aboard Ragnarok. Let's do a final briefing in there. I've always wanted to ride that thing. Plus the name sounds so cool. Alright. Everyone. From here, we go straight to our final target, Ultimesha. Let's go over the plan again. First, enter Lunatic Pandora and rescue Eloni. Next, you fight Sorceress Ada. It'll be a surprise attack. Show no mercy. Now, here comes the tricky part. Ada will need to pass on her powers before being defeated. Rinoa, will you be willing to accept them? Yes! Good. Next, we wait for Sorceress Ultimesha to possess Rinoa. This'll be hard on you, Rinoa, but will you do it? Yes. That's the spirit. Then, Eloni sends Rinoa and Ultimesha to the past. Eloni brings back Rinoa. Then, heads to the future through compressed time. Ultimesha lives far in the future where none of us can technically exist. There's only one way to make yourself exist in a world like that. As friends, don't forget one another. As friends, believe in one another. Believe in your friend's existence, and they'll also believe in yours. To be friends, to like one another, and to love one another. You can't do these things alone. You need somebody. Right, guys? What place reminds you of your friends? Imagine being in that place with all your friends. Once time compression begins, think of that place and try to get there. That's all. That place will welcome you. You'll be able to get there no matter what period you are in. You need love, friendship, and friendship for this mission, and the courage to believe it. It's all about love, friendship, and courage. I'm counting on you guys! Love and friendship and all that sounds corny, but everyone seems to be up for it. You think it'll succeed? We'll try. And lick cramp! Ow! Okay. So this is the last chance for us to do what we need to do, because once we enter a specific chamber in Lunatic Pandora, which is Seifer's chamber, that's the point of no return. So if you have any unfinished business or side quests or some extra grinding, I suggest you do it before you even attempt to go through the point of no return. Wait a minute. Okay. Is Seifer in there? Is he there of his own will? Then I guess we have no choice. Lunatic Pandora, here we come! Sir Laguna's plan's gonna work. Now it's up to us. So if you happen to obtain Squall's card inside the Presidential Palace, you can also challenge him here. And it's a shame that they never get an additional interaction because, if you guys know, quote-unquote spoilers or additional information in general, Laguna is in fact related to Squall. And Squall is the child of Laguna and Rain. But I don't know why they didn't make it revelational. Even in the final cut, so yeah, that's a shame. Let's talk when it's all done. I have a lot to tell you. Well, if you don't want to hear it, I'll understand. You look very much like your mother. That's hinted about Rain. Ward says, good thing you don't look like your father. It's Laguna. They know. Okay, now. Now let's prepare the parties. I'll bring Rinoa because it's fitting. And I think I'll bring Arvine. Actually, no. I'll bring in, because I haven't used I think I haven't used Zem in the climax part, so let's have him shine in this part. Hello G, what's up? Okay, so now here's the part. I'm going to contribute each character some GFs to Junction, since they got some magic and all that jazz. So this will take a while to prepare. So let's first prepare. Let's prepare for. No. So this will take a while. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine, G. Yeah, I'm willing to enable gifting. I'm only at 89 subscribers right now. Not even close to 100. I don't know. I think I need 1,000. I think I definitely need 1,000. Nah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, it's not possible. I don't think... Yeah, but... Yeah, but I don't think that's even a good idea. Because I can't even put any sensitive information at all, so that's not going to be possible. Okay, let's have Rinoa first. Dark magic spirit. so I think we're set. I'll be right back in a bit. I'll be right back. This chips tastes so good. tasty. Alright, let's go back. We're fighting Seifer, right? Let's really give it to him. Okay, and this is our destination right here, Lunatic Pandora. Here we go! Let's bust in there! I wonder if we can get through. Don't worry about it. Are the machine guns and main cannon ready? Ready! Let's just fire like crazy, make a big hole! Boom! Shields! Woohoo! There we go. Sure made a huge mess. Ready to take off? Nope. Okay, so take note, this visit in Lunatic Pandora, every enemy except for bosses will have a fixed level of 1. So unless you really want to farm for the more valuable materials, have a level up ready. But you can't even use them on the El Noilas, which sucks. So if you have obtained everything, if you have 100% completed the initial boarding as Zell, you can just go straight through the core. Big sound, this way! It's probably them, you know. Them? No, impossible. That voice. Ah! It is Squall, you know? Shock. Good. Convenient. That's right. Hand over Rinoa, you know? No, I'll never hand over Rinoa. And we're taking Aloni. I won't let you resurrect Adel either. You're greedy, you know? Not fair, you know? Persuasion, useless. Seize. She's right, you know. Let's go! See? Just like I said, you know. Really now? decision. Destroy, help Seifer. Okay, meteor strike. I lost again, you know? Shouldn't have healed Rinoa, but whatever. Retreat. Temporary. Right, we're not through yet, you know? Here's Legend Biggs. Why the heck do you have to take orders from some kid? Well, he's our superior. Do you think I know that? I chose the wrong career, being ordered by some punk. That's pretty funny. Then why don't you quit and find another career, sir? Just kidding, sir. You're right! You're absolutely right! I quit! Wedge, let's go home and have a drink. What? Me too? Of course. Now, come on. But what about our salary? Why didn't I think of this sooner? Guys just ignored us. They quit. Okay, I'm gonna need you to have this. We need to get this. Unfortunately, these guys are only level 1, so you're not gonna get much experience. We meet again, you know. We'll take you on, you know. Now, no fight. Next time. That's right. We have a surprise, you know. Here we go again. Hey, this point, it's the point of no return. So let's have everybody this and that. Okay, let's get it over with. We've come to take back Aloni. Looks like we got company. Show 'em your hospitality. Ragin, stop! What's up? We've had enough, you know. Go! Wait outside. Laguna should be here soon. Hey! Come on, people! Seifer, we're quitting, you know. Don't know what's right anymore, you know. Exactly my thoughts. I thought we were a posse. Posse? We are. We will always be. Because we're a posse, we want to help you. Whatever it takes to fulfill your dream, we're willing to do. But you're being manipulated, Seifer. You've lost yourself and your dream. You're just eating out of someone's hand. We want the old you back. Since we can't get through you, all we have now to rely on is Squall. It's sad. It's sad that we only have Squall to rely on. Seifer! Are you still gonna keep going? Ragin! Fujin! It's been fun. Are you still going to continue with this night thing? The night has retired. I guess you could call me a young revolutionary. What do you think you're doing? I've always gotta be doing something big. I don't wanna stop. I'm gonna keep running. I've come this far. I'm gonna make it to the end. To the goal. There's no way I'm sharing it with you. He's really torn up. And if you get Odin before this one, before you go directly to this guy, yep, this happens. Ha! I won't go down that easy. Show me what you got, Squall. Let me add another scar for you. If this happens, we only have a few turns to either do stuff or let the battle slide, but hey. Oh no! Gilgamesh! You gave me the fourth one. Huh? Was it you? Then dodge my sword! Eat this! Where's the dimensional interval? Seifer. Not yet! It's not over yet, Squall! Squall! Rinoa! Squall! Seifer took Rinoa! Let's just go after Seifer. Here it is. I gotta make sure let's see. I'm gonna change the party anyway, so I'll have you. Seifer, stop it! Haven't you done enough? I know you're not like that. I can't go back now. I can't go anywhere. The sorceress has won. That is Ultimesh's wish! Seifer. And that's the end of this 3. So I'm gonna cut this part of the stream off, and I'm gonna move to the next one, which is the end game, the last portion of the stream. So I'm gonna put the link here in the chat box. I'm gonna put the link for the next part. So give me about 10-20 minutes to prepare for this one. 10-20 minutes, I'll be right back, and we will conclude the Final Fantasy VIII Remastered replay live stream. So stick around, I'll be right back. Link is on the chat box. See you in a bit.